Hi everybody, it's Jess here coming on to show you how to make a butterfly easel card. These are absolutely gorgeous dies that Close to My Heart came out with for the May special called You Are Enough. Look at how huge they are. I was surprised when I got these to see how big they were. So this set particularly is the layered butterfly dies. And they're $33.95 for the entire set. So you have your big solid outline die, you have a second middle layer that's more detailed, and then you have a very detailed third layer, and then little mini butterflies, a detail and an outline. So I'll be showing you how to use these and what they all look like. Cut out with some gorgeous paper. So two different styles here. One we're going to make out of pink cardstock and layer some holographic paper on that, and glitter cardstock for the detail. And there's your little easel, how that stands up. And part two, we're going to do some Distress Oxide ink sponging to get these layers. And on this one, you're going to have the rainbow cardstock layer and some vellum and different holographic paper on this one. Gorgeous! Love this. So this is a specialty shaped card for an easel that you can do with any shape die that you have that's kind of a larger size. So let's get to it. And if you have a kit, you can follow along and put yours together. All right, so for our card base, I'm going to start with the pink one first. So I have already pre-cut these, so it just wouldn't take so long on the video. But I'll show you here with the cardstock base. This is a 4x8 piece of cardstock. So I just scored it at 4 inches. Or you can just simply fold it in half. But I like to score it and use a bone folder so that it's a really nice sharp crease. So you're going to want the outline die for this to make the card shaped base. So there it is. And what you're going to do is make this a top fold card. So make sure that your fold line is on the top, and any shaped die that you have that you want to make into a card, this is what you do. You're going to lay the die on the top fold so that the tips are just past the fold line there. So you want, that's too much space. So just a little bit. So I'm going to go off camera and run this through my Cuddle Bug. So that's how you get your shaped card. Just put that slightly above the fold line, and you got your shaped card. Easy peasy. Alright, so that's what that looks like. So part two of this, very simple. And this has a nice guideline too. You're going to make a score line from this indentation straight across to this indentation. So you want to open up your card and then just put those indents, line them up on the track, little score line, and give that a nice crease and smash it with your bone folder. So that is the base for the card. So you need that fold line in there to create the base. And then what you do is take that solid outline die and cut another layer. I just happen to use the Dreamy holographic paper. Favorite, love it. Look at all those beautiful colors in there. So the next step in this technique is you're going to put glue on just this bottom section here. So we want to kind of overlap that big solid piece here. So close your card, put glue only on the bottom piece, line it up, so you're gluing just the bottom so that when you bend that, it's not, of course, adhered down to that part. All right, next layers, the pink layer next. I use the second die to cut this detail out, and you're gonna put some glue on the back of this. A glue pen is good, liquid glass, whatever kind of adhesive that you like to use. I'm a big fan of liquid glue. And because we're putting this on holographic paper shows glue very, very easily. So what I'm going to do, I've seen this on some other folks' videos. I'm just going to tap this on the back of my hand to get any excess glue off so it doesn't like ooze and seep out. And layer that. It really helps. It really helps get the excess glue off of there so that, you know, you don't have all of that, you know, glue seeping out onto the holographic paper, and it really shows on that. So that'll help. And then your third layer, this beautiful white iridescent glitter paper, I'm only going to glue the body. So I kind of bend the wings just a little bit, and I'm just going to put glue on that center body and then layer that. So this comes together, once you have everything cut, it comes together super simple. And this is embossed. This is a banner from our waterfall die. I really like the shape of this, and I embossed "Sending my love" in silver. And I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape. So whatever message you choose on whatever kind of cardstock, you want to pop it up with some foam tape, and that is going to act as the stopper for the easel. And all I did, you can have it kind of go edge to edge, so right about there, and then when your card is closed, it really won't show. So "Sending my love," it's popped on foam tape, so when you bend it, it has a stopping point there to hold it into the easel shape. And I pulled out some old little glitter sequins here. So just to add a little bit of decoration and pizzazz. Whoops. Make sure the glue dots stick it onto that there. So little rhinestones, sparkles, anything, you know, it just adds a little bit of cuteness and pizzazz to the inside of your card. So there is card number 1. Card number 2. We've got our pieces here. I did some of this rainbow already, but I want to do another piece to show you how I did the rainbow sponging. So first, I'm going to come back to a 4x8 card base and give that a score. So I think this technique would be really nice with a circle card. If you have like a nice big, maybe a 4-inch circle, do this technique and then put your circle just above the fold line. Run it through, you have a circle card, and then score it in half. Add another circle on top, and you'll have a circle easel card. But how cute are these shaped butterflies? All right, there it is. And then open it up. Line up that indentation in the track. If you have a different shape, like I was saying, the circle, you could just, you know, score it in half. Give it a smash. All right, so there's our card base. Let's get rid of this. All right, so sponging. I did the same sponging on a piece of cardstock and a piece of vellum. So I'll show it to you on the back side of this, and then show you how those colors blend. If you're hearing some noises in the background, my pet skunk Rocco is awake and hungry. So the Distress Oxide inks we're going to be using: candied apple, mustard seed, peacock feathers, and seedless preserves. You're going to overlap these a little bit so that the red into the yellow is going to create an orange, the yellow into the blue is going to create your green, and the blue into purple will create your indigo. And I kind of did mine on a diagonal. It's, you know, personal preference, whichever you want to do. And I'm using our sponge applicators here. And what I have found that works kind of quick and easy is instead of dabbing your sponge applicator, just swirl it. Swirl it over the ink pad and then swirl it on your cardstock, and boom, it just adds a punch of color quickly and easily. So with the yellow, I'm overlapping to get some good orange in the in-between. Lagoon. Now the butterfly die doesn't go all the way to the edges, so you don't have to do the corners, and that might be a good place to kind of hold it with your fingers. And then the seedless preserves along the bottom there. Overlap a little bit. So that's how I did the blending. And then we'll cut the separate pieces out of that. So I'm going to come back to the solid die and give that a little crank real quick. Now when you do that sponging on the vellum, it's going to take an extra minute for that vellum to dry. So set it aside or give it a shot with your heat tool. And you'll see on my piece of vellum here that my corners are blank. So when we cut this one out, we're going to use the second decorative layer. You can see that it doesn't, the butterfly die doesn't go all the way to the edges. This is a 4x4 square. But if you leave the edges, the corners uninked, it gives you a good finger hold because the ink stays wetter on the vellum paper longer, and you tend to get fingerprints when you're moving around with it. So beware of fingerprints, give it an extra minute to dry, give it a shot with your heat tool, and then you'll be ready to cut that out. So I'm going to cut this out real quick. Give that a whack to get all those little bits out, and then maybe a little piercing tool to pop out some of the little extra layers in here. All right, we are ready to assemble. So let's get this together here. Come back to the white base. We're going to put a little bit of glue just on the bottom half. And then our rainbow piece, line it up. All right, the next layer, and I have this in your class kits, those of you that got a kit. This is just plain vellum out of that second layer. I'm only going to glue the body. Little dabs there. And then this is Sunbeam holographic paper. Ooh, it's so pretty. So, so pretty. So, little bend, and same thing, I'm only going to glue the body. And there is our front. So, so pretty. Gorgeous. So I thought, well, the inside is white, it's kind of plain, so that's where I decided to do the sponge rainbow on the vellum. So similar to before with the pink one, I'm going to add some glue and then dab it off on my hand to kind of get rid of the excess so that it doesn't really show through on the vellum, and that will really help. So little bits lightly, and then just dab it off on the back of your hand, and then you won't have so much showing through. Let's open that up and just layer it down. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. So I would love to see what kind of color combinations you guys come up with. It's going to look so pretty. Almost any color combination. This is another banner from our waterfall die that I have stamped Feel Better Soon. And that's going to be our stopper. And I stamped it off to the side a little bit because this is another cute little product in the You Are Enough bundle of these holographic butterflies. They're so cute. They're like little sequins. They're plasticky and they have little glue dots on the back. So we'll just add one right there. And there it is, guys. So super cute. Real pretty. I hope you like this idea. Super simple. So my first prototype, I'll show you a couple ideas here. I just wanted to cut all of these layers out of white. And how elegant is that? It's gorgeous. And sending my love. So this would make a really nice wedding card, or one of my friends said a name place card at the table. Really, really pretty on white cardstock and white glitter paper. And another prototype was using Desert Rose cardstock and Desert Rose glitter paper. And there's pattern paper under there from the You Are Enough kit. And this was from the You Are Enough kit with the smaller butterfly. This was my thank you card for my Stamp Club members here. And another idea I stole off of Pinterest. I saw, not with these particular dies, but I saw this idea, this technique on Pinterest, and I had to try it. It's so super simple and easy. Do that same rainbow technique. Use your solid butterfly die to cut it out of white. Glue your rainbow piece behind it, kind of like a window. Cut out your outline detail, and then glue it on top. I just love that. I made another one where I only glued the body so that he's kind of elevated, raised a little bit. Really cute. Love, love, love that. And lastly, this was another Pinterest-inspired idea where I used the solid butterfly and cut out 3 of them, and then cut out the detail and layered with bluebell glitter paper and the white cardstock. So you see the pattern paper showing through on the background. I thought that's really, really pretty. So I hope you like these ideas, guys. Thanks for joining me. Bye.